The Calgary Flames had a truly elite draft at last year's 2024 NHL Entry Draft. General Manager Craig Conroy absolutely cooked with seemingly every single pick, and the middle rounds look as though they have produced some real hidden gems. One in particular who is having a phenomenal season in the OHL. This is part 2 of the Flames Prospect Update series, so if you missed part 1, feel free to check out yesterday's video. Before we get into all of the second part, though, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. Let's talk about these aforementioned hidden gems. So this is part 2. We're going to be taking a look at 4 new prospects in today's video, talking about the most recent draft. Of course, it does come from an article from the Calgary Herald by Daniel Austin, so all credit due to him for kind of outlining how our most recent draft picks are doing, and it's honestly so exciting. I'm excited just making these videos for you guys, so I hope you guys are just as excited watching them. So let's get into just a quick little brief overview once again. So after dealing away veterans throughout the 2023-24 season, the Flames had 10 picks in the late June NHL draft and stocked their prospect cabinet with players who will hopefully form the foundation of contending teams well into the 2030s. 6 months later, how are they doing? Here's the Calgary Herald's rundown of the 10 players the Flames took in the draft and how they've started their respective seasons. So yesterday's video went over the first 3 picks made, who were Zane Parekh, Matt Vagradine, and Andrew Basha. So now we have the next 4 in this video here. And let's start it off with Jacob Battaglia. He was also a second rounder, just like Andrew Basha. He was taken 62nd overall, so a very late round selection. Another winger, so once again, a right winger. He's currently playing with the Kingston Frontenacs in the OHL. I mean, the Flames knew who to scout. They were scouting wingers, it seemed, in this most recent draft, and definitely they were scouting the OHL like crazy, as we've already seen and we will see more of. But Jacob Battaglia from Kingston, how is he doing? At 6'1" and weighing in at 202 pounds, Battaglia's head coach with the Frontenacs, Troy Mann, raved about his game earlier this fall, crediting his quick hands, elite shot, and skills down low. And so far this season, Battaglia has been rewarded with some impressive numbers in the OHL. He scored 20 goals and added 23 assists through 33 games, and his 43 points are 18th most in the Ontario League. Once again, if you don't know, I'm recording this well in advance, a week before this video goes live, at least. It's probably more like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks kind of thing. So at the time of recording, 18th most in the OHL isn't bad at all. And 20 goals in 33 games isn't bad either. Hopefully by the time this video is actually live, he's more so close to, 25 goals or something like that, maybe even pushing 30. That's wishful thinking. But either way, Battaglia has been very good. He'll need to improve his skating if he's going to be an impact player in the NHL, but the 18-year-old's high hockey IQ and tenacity on the puck make him a fascinating addition to a deep group of young wingers that the Flames currently have in their stable. And I think the key thing here is that we do have a very deep group of young wingers. There's already guys from many drafts ago who are trying to crack the lineup, who are good young wingers, and we have way more from this draft as well. But like we've said before, it's not a bad thing to have so many in the pipeline because, hey, who knows? Maybe they'll all be great in the NHL one day for the Flames, or you can always use them in trades and anything like that. It's just valuable to have good players in the system. Battaglia is one of those guys. So exciting keeping up with him so far this year in Kingston. Now let's get into the next one and talk about Henry Muse, arguably the hidden gem of the draft. A couple weeks ago, we uploaded a video, saying that Henry Muse is pretty much the best thing to happen since sliced bread, and it's just the truth. It's just the fact of the matter. Now, his stats when I'm recording this video will be similar to that one, but either way, let's talk about Hank because he is incredible. And I mean, come on, we all got the Rizzler going. We're all mewing for Muse. But anyway, he was selected in the 3rd round, 74th overall. He is another defenseman, albeit an offensive one, and he's currently playing in the OHL with the Ottawa 67s. Keep in mind, we once, not too long ago, had a very good prospect with the 67s in the OHL, and Mr. Sean Monahan. So how is he doing? Muse should not be overshadowed by anybody on the list. With Perek, Hunter Brzustevich, Jeremy Poirier, and Etienne Morin in the Flames system, the Flames are well stocked with offensively gifted defensemen, but Muse numbers this season show he should be taken very seriously as a prospect too. Before we continue, already, Brzustevich playing really good in the AHL, Poirier and Morin also doing well. Perek, probably the number one name, the number one prospect in the Flame system. Obviously now that Dustin Wolf is an NHLer. And so Henry Muse, though, he could arguably be number 2 in all of the Flames prospects. I know it's not great to rank them. We should just say they're all fantastic, but still, Muse is really, really good. Through 34 games with the 67s, again, he's probably played a bunch more now that this video is live. But anyway, through 34 games with the 67s, Muse has scored 11 goals and racked up a league best 37 assists. He is currently leading all OHL defensemen with 48 points. He's on pace to easily sail past his totals from last year, where he put up 61 points in 65 games. So he's less than a point per game last year when the Flames took a swing, but oh baby, Conroy with the pickaxe down in the mines. It's like Fortnite. He got what he needed. He got the gold scar, and he picked up Henry Muse. I can't believe I just made that analogy, but there it is. It's on the internet now. Muse is a -2 so far this year, but he's been a plus player in his previous 2 seasons in the OHL, and is being asked to shoulder a larger offensive load for the 67s. Described as pure value at the draft by Flames Director of Amateur Scouting Todd Button, his play this season suggests the future might be very bright indeed from Muse, and it totally is the case. -2, it's funny the way the OHL works. There's obviously lots of goals, and if your team isn't one of the teams that's blowing everyone out, you might not have the best plus-minus, so that's a little bit of a concern to be -2, but I mean, come on, that many points in that little games is absolutely fantastic. Let's hope Muse can keep it up, because oh boy, he is just so good. Next one, Kirill Zarubin. So he's taken in the 3rd round as well. He was 84th overall. This one, a goalie, of course. Where he's playing right now is AKM Tula in the MHL. So how is he doing? Zarubin has played 11 games for AKM Tula in the MHL, which is Russia's top junior league, and has posted a .237 goals against average and a .928 save percentage. Those are pretty good. Great numbers. The only thing is, why has he only played 11 games sort of thing? It'd be nice if he was playing a little bit more, but it was such a good draft knowing the Flames had 2 picks in each of the first 3 rounds. I mean, that's just incredible. And I know that it ended up being even more later, as we'll see, but I mean, 6 players already through 3 rounds is just so incredible. Zarubin, why not take a swing on a goalie? Sometimes those diamond in the roughs, hidden gems, I guess, come out of Russia and Eastern Europe. Just great goalies. So when he was drafted, he became the 3rd Russian goaltender the Flames have picked in recent years, joining Arseny Sergeyev and Yegor Yegorov. In the summer, Flames director of goaltending Jordan Sigalit spoke glowingly about the 6'4" shot stopper's movement in the crease and his swagger. It can be hard to follow the MHL closely from half a world away, but Zarubin's numbers sure seem to indicate that he's only picked up where he left off after a stellar season going into the draft. Again, you just never know. This guy could be maybe Wolf's backup of the future. Maybe he could be even better. Who knows? And if you want to follow some of the guys who are a little bit harder to follow for the prospects, there's a great Twitter page called Flames Prospect Updates or something like that. Maybe it's just Flames Prospects, but it's great. It's got the Blasty as the profile picture, or feel free to give Ryan Pike a follow as well. He seems to really, really closely follow all of the Flames prospects. Now let's get into the last one of this video. Well, let's talk about Trevor Hoskins. So he was taken in the 4th round, 106th overall. Another winger, plays on the right wing, but he is actually playing in the NCAA for Niagara University. So once again, another winger to add to the pipeline, but how's he doing? Hoskin was one of the curiosities of the Flames draft, and because an illness prevented him from attending development camp in July, there's still a lot to be learned about him. What we do know is he was the Canadian Junior Hockey League's MVP and top forward in 2023-24 after scoring 42 goals and adding 58 assists for the Cobourg Cougars in the OJHL, so the Ontario Junior Hockey League. And we've seen, good players come from junior hockey leagues. You think of Cale Makar, who was obviously in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. Who knows about Trevor Hoskin? It's kind of a swing Could be a miss, could be an absolute home run. We don't know yet. He was 20 years old on draft day, though, which was a little unusual. He since joined the Niagara University Purple Eagles and has started off his NCAA career nicely, recording 5 goals and 10 assists through 15 games for the program. So, not bad stats, not a terrible prospect, a little bit older for someone to be drafted, but again, not bad to have another winger in the pipeline, whether he gets developed within the system or maybe he'll get traded away as part of a package. Who knows? Either way, once again, I don't see him really being in the NHL anytime soon. Hopefully he proves me wrong. I mean, I want to believe in all of these guys. I'm super optimistic about every single one of them. Hoskin, though, it'll be a harder journey. Let's just say that. So that's it for part 2 here. We'll still wrap it up with the comment of the day, which once again, obviously this comment comes from quite a while ago, but I'm assuming it's still relevant by the time this video is out. It comes from good old Shane, and Shane says, think we can get Sharky going if he just goes to the net. Needs a couple gritty ones, then it will open things up. And, you know, at the time of recording, once again, he's on a line right now with Connor Zary, and it seems like those two together are really able to open things up with Jacob Pelche as well. They've been just super energetic. Sharangovich still isn't getting the numbers we want, but maybe, just maybe, if they continue to gel, get that chemistry, he can be very, very good and get back to how he was last year for the Flames. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, like what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.